For the last 3 years, I've taken part in Jacksepticeye's annual charity event, Thankmas. And a few months ago, I made a game to thank him for his casual $100,000 donation to my campaign in 2021. But I wasn't about to stop there. I've actually tried to make a game for Thankmas twice. Both times coming up with awesome ideas, trying to do too much, and realizing I wasn't gonna finish in time. Now this year, Thankmas got announced a little early for a change, so maybe I'll actually have a shot at this.
It's happening on December 2nd. Mark your calendar.
Oh no. Right after the announcement, I decided that instead of just making a game for Thankmas and then doing a Thankmas live stream on December 2nd, I would start raising money early by streaming the development of the game throughout the month leading up to the event. Yes, I'm making the game in Unreal Engine 5. Let's show off what we have so far. We play as a little adorable gingerbread man, okay? He's got physics, because he has to have physics. It is not the gingerbread man from Shrek. It is a different model, okay? It's different. He can reach out and grab items and carry them around. This is a very basic interaction. This is what I've done so far. The idea of the game is you play as a tiny gingerbread man who is in charge of cooking the family dinner for Christmas. You have a limited amount of time before the family gets home, and you have to make all of the recipes in that amount of time. It's gonna be a puzzle platformer cooking simulator, essentially. I wanted the first stream to be mostly, if not all, level design. That being said, I only had a month, so the kitchen is the only level. And of course, during that process, I found some occasional interesting issues. I am in war. Also, since donations had already started coming in, you guys made me do some questionable things as rewards. And things only got worse as the month went on. Ow. Hey, we got another one! Taco dance as a reward. What's taco dance? Oh god. You're lucky the taco costume's still out. Hold on. When I put all of my Halloween stuff earlier this morning away, I heavily considered putting this taco costume back up, but I didn't because I had a feeling Brandon was going to say taco dance. More taco dance. But with my additional cringe having been added to the internet forever, I finished up the basic layout of the environment and called it a stream. Before we get in, mug! Thankmas mug with my terrible face on it. Hey. Jesus Christ. Oh no! That scared me so much I just spilled on my keyboard. Oh god, I'm glad I got that on camera. Yeah, we were off to a good start. I have set up the new camera system. This is using the same camera system that Bean Game used. I also have the doors functioning now, so you can walk around and bump into the doors and open them fully. If we take an object and we put it in a cooking area like this, you can see it'll cook. It's gonna sit there at full. If you don't get it out of the cook area in time, it will start overcooking itself. If you deliver that and it's overcooked, then you'll get less points for that recipe. That's basically all that's done. The rest of it is all behind the scenes stuff. My idea for this stream was to list out all the recipes you'd be able to cook in the game. Doing this live allowed me to get some input and suggestions from you guys. There was one problem though. So we'll delete this. Oh, yep, it's gonna crash. There it goes. Food items. It's gonna crash. Yep. How is it so unstable? Yeah, it's gonna crash if I do this. Yep. There it goes. Bring it to the top. It's gonna crash. Oh, of course. How is this still a problem in Unreal Engine 5.3? Yeah, the system I was using to set up the recipes was being pretty difficult, but it worked in the end, so whatever. We also passed $500 raised in this stream, and you guys had another glorious reward in mind. Weren't you meant to do something when we hit 500? Don't remind me. $500, do my best attempt at worm. Oh my god, you're gonna make me do the worm? I need to do that, don't I? How am I supposed to do this? Am I even gonna be on if I lay here, I'm gonna hurt myself. This is a bad idea. Ow! That was not my attempt. That was me flopping like a fish. How do you do it? How are you? You're supposed to like... I can't wave my body like that. And with that horrifying visual burned into my brain forever, let's move on to the third stream. Ignore the fish. So one of the things that I've spent a while setting up is this timer system. You will actually see this turkey go from an uncooked turkey to a fully cooked turkey and then to a burnt turkey. Can you burn down the house? No. Okay, there we go. So now it's green and it's gonna be green for a few seconds so you have time to grab it and take it away. But let's assume we don't do that in time. Now it's overcooking. As you can see, it's starting to get really dark. Now it's fully cooked. It cannot overcook beyond this. And now it's just a burnt to a crisp turkey. All of them work the same way, except like you can see these fish over here, they have to be in the pan. You can grab the pan and move the pan around, but they will not cook unless they are in the pan. Also, something that is kind of broken that I'm not going to be able to fix. I fixed it as much as I can. You can fly around in objects. You can fly. I also got my Thankmas pants in the mail right before the stream, so I decided to continuously promote the merch throughout, which went about as well as you might expect. Go to planetvano.com if you want to get my face as a gingerbread man splattered all over your legs. There's no good way for me to say this other than it goes to charity. Anyway, this stream I wanted to focus on adding you guys to the game. That's right, up to this point, if you donated $100 or more, I promised I would add you to the game in some way. And since this is a cooking simulator, I felt it's most appropriate to add the top donors to the game as product brands. For example, Jalen's Marshmallows, Waffle Mutt's Waffles, etc, etc. I also wanted to add achievements to the game, which led us into some more questionable topics of conversation. Grandma's Grillin'. What's a good achievement for Grandma's Grillin'? Well, just grilled grandma. I don't know. That's terrible, but I kind of love it. Oh yeah, we're grilling grandmas. Buy the merch. Buy the merch right now. I'm not good at this. Trying to think of more things to say, but I can't rhyme, so it doesn't matter. I'm not a rapper. As you can tell, I've got the flow, but I don't know what I'm saying. That one didn't work. It was great in the beginning. I ruined it. I finished up the stream by creating all the achievement icons and adding the last of the top donors to the game. After that stream ended, it was time to... well, panic. The game was nowhere close to being complete. There was no win state. The timer didn't even do anything once it hit 0. It was just sitting there menacingly. Most of the recipes were still just words in a list with no functionality. It was time to kick things into serious overdrive. Without going into too much detail, let's just say I've become all too familiar with screens like this over the past week. And by some freak magic, I was able to finish setting up all the menus, all the recipes, and all the various other gameplay elements that remained just before the deadline, even if it meant cutting a few corners here and there. Yes, I just put a sealed can of green beans in a bowl and called it green bean casserole. Okay, let's see you do better. As silly and probably very broken as this game is, I'm pretty happy with the result. And honestly, I'm just really glad it's done. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go get some sleep.